There is no universal definition for digital transformation. You have to decide what it means for you and what you want to achieve.
Digital transformation is data-fueled decision-making.
It's about understanding operations and collaboratively designing and implementing a solution that delivers results.
Digital transformation is critical.
And it's driven by the fact that markets are changing rapidly and technology is moving at a pace that it's never moved at before. Change is constant.
There's often a disconnect between strategy with ambitious goals about how you want to transform operations with technology, through to the actual deliverability of that and an achievable plan that delivers results.
So many of the leaders we talk to are really concerned that a digital transformation programme incurs a huge amount of cost. The reality is that it doesn't. Many digital transformation programmes need to start small. We need to understand what steps really create value and execute on those steps.
The companies that we've worked with have had a successful transformation, realise it's not all about the technology, but the real transformation happens when they realise they have to adopt the way they lead, the way they manage their decision-making process, and the way their organisation is aligned to take advantage of the rapidly changing digital environment.
We recently had a similar case with a large food distributor. They felt that they needed to invest in a new facility to increase their throughput. We actually simulated their facility. We built a digital twin and gamified their process. We were able, therefore, to understand their process, review their process, realign their process so there was no need for a new facility, saving them tens of millions of pounds for what was a small cost. So digital transformation didn't need to be a huge programme, it was a very small, bite-sized chunk. We all see social media reels constantly around humanoid robots, artificial intelligence and machine learning. We hear about the huge tech firms making large-scale redundancies based on the efficiencies AI can bring. Well, I think genuinely leaders have a fear of missing out. This is really a forced sense of urgency that leaders are pushed into. What that means is they start to ask the wrong questions, and if they ask the wrong questions, they're going to get the wrong answers.
The forces to transform a business are not new. There is shareholder pressure to deliver financial output. There's regulatory security, staffing concerns, there's an ability to want to deliver better for your customers.
Now initially, this fear can drive a little bit of scepticism in leadership, but strong leadership actually use this fear as a catalyst for change. They drive transformation, they drive changes within the organisation, they set out a long-term goal for success and they put the whole organisation's weight behind delivering that.
As you listen to me, I can hear you saying, it's not that easy, and being sceptical about the approach of digital transformation.
In my experience of working with leaders, their scepticism isn't necessarily around the technology, it's around the way the programme was implemented. They were promised really great outcomes, but actually they ended up with more risk, more cost, and limited adoption of the digital transformation programme.
Our experience and studies by the Standish Group show that 70% of digital projects fail to meet their expected goals.
Being mindful of the risks is important because it also forces you to think about how to mitigate them. A thoughtful approach to transformation requires clear answers and clear outcomes.
The organisations we've worked with that have had a successful digital transformation have three things in common. Firstly, they have a very clear objective, they have a very clear roadmap, and they have organisational buy-in. So the organisations we've worked with are driven by leadership who have a very clear vision of what success looks like for them in 3 to 5 years' time. They then work to create a roadmap with clear milestones and key performance indicators that allow them to track their progress along that timeline. And the other critical thing that's really important for them is to make sure they get the organisation's buy-in. So from the CEO to the plant floor operator, everybody knows what they're doing, why they're doing it, how and when, and most importantly, what each individual's role in that change is.
Have a clear roadmap about what you want to achieve and how you are going to achieve it. Explore what technology-enabled operations could mean for you and your clients. Be mindful of how you're going to manage change and proactively manage that change and make sure it's built into your plan. We work in partnership with our clients to understand their objectives, and we ensure an alignment around what they're trying to achieve.
We engage with the senior leaders in the organisation to really understand what impact do they need to make on their business, what are the KPIs they need to change, what improvements they need to make in their business. Once you understand that, we can break that down into small phases.
We prefer to do things in a very modular approach. We want to break down your journey into meaningful steps. The steps need to be meaningful enough so they have a positive business impact on your organisation, but small enough so you don't disrupt your day-to-day operations.
We break those small phases into quick wins so that we can keep the lights on, we can keep operations running, but generate real value that can be then sold and explained to the teams on the ground.
We suggest being ambitious, pragmatic and patient. Ambitious enough with your goals, pragmatic enough with the challenge that we are tackling so that it delivers enough value whilst being acceptable disruption to the business as usual, and being patient, remembering that digital transformation doesn't happen from one day to another.
I want to give you a small example. So we're working with a 24/7 logistics provider in North America. They had a challenge where we needed to commission a system that we deployed. Unfortunately, there was no opportunity to disrupt operations. In-house, we developed a simulation testing package. We simulated and tested our software, testing over 600,000 points without disrupting day-to-day operations. There was no need for people to be on site. We did this through simulation, and we only had to use their small break times to test safety critical systems, thus not disrupting day-to-day operations. So there won't be a disruption to what your customers see, but there'll be a disruption to your internal processes.
Disruption will be a part of the process. And people think of disruption in a bad way. They think maybe I have to go a different route to work, or I've got to change the way I do something. But disruption can often be positive. We're going to disrupt the process, but in a positive manner. As we said earlier, we have a very strong change management program. That way, disruption can be a force for good, not for bad. What I'd like you to take away from this conversation is that digital transformation is a must. It's not optional. If you don't embrace change, if you don't transform your organisation, you will not stay competitive and relevant in the rapidly fast-moving world that we now have to operate in.
Digital transformation is critical. Without it, your organisation will fall behind.
Be clear about what you're trying to achieve and the results that you want to deliver.
Remember, digital transformation takes time. We have to be patient and pragmatic.